Well, I was obviously playing for the Los Angeles Clippers at the time, and we couldn't come to a contract agreement. And from what I heard on the other side, the Hawks and Dominique kind of come to an impasse, if you will. And so both teams ended up trading situations for different situations. And so when I got traded here, I was excited because I got a chance to play for a Hall of Fame coach in Lenny Wilkins, a very talented team that was doing very well. And my only mindset was to not come in, be a distraction, and keep the team playing at the level that they were playing at. Now, it was traumatic. I mean, I got traded for Dominique Wilkins. There's a statue of him outside of the arena right now, I believe. And so, Dominique is an institution here in Georgia, in Atlanta, for what he did at the University of Georgia and for the Hawks. And so people rightfully were so upset and disappointed that he got traded, but, that wasn't my fault.
Did you not want to, was that part of why, look, I've always said when you're a free agent, you can do whatever the hell you want. I'm not peeking in your pocket, and I'm not talking about your family situation, I don't know what it is. But it was one of those, when it was done, I was like, where's he going? We would have given him more money than that, and I really thought, and again, I've said it, I'm not sure you wanted to be the guy to follow Dominique at that point in your life. Is that fair?
I don't know if that's fair, but for me, I wanted to I became a free agent, I got to choose. This is my opportunity to pick where I wanted to go. And my choice was to go to Phoenix and play with the Suns and a great owner and Jerry Colangelo and a team that was knocking on the door for a championship. And I thought I could be a contributor on that team. And that was my mindset. And then also with my family. It was something that we went to Phoenix, we enjoyed that area. My kids started school there, and it was very comfortable for us, and that was a part of it as well.
Danny Manning here in studio with us. Prior to that, you're with the Clippers. You're the #1 overall pick. Are you ever prepared, as anybody ever prepared, for what you walked into as the #1 overall pick and going to the Clippers?
It was a difficult transition, and it's difficult for a lot of reasons to go from college to pros, one, and then be a high draft pick, be the #1 pick. And so for me, I wanted to, one, show my teammates that I belonged and I could help them be successful. But away from that, it's different. I'm moving to LA, which I love LA now, but I was scared to death when I moved out there. I didn't know what to expect. Figuring out where to live and the different things of navigating away from the court.
And I'm
That's an
assuming Clipper
adjustment.
fans probably think this guy's going to narrow the gap with the Lakers, because now we're done being them. We've got the #1 pick. Here we go. Let's go challenge the Lakers. I'm sure that's part of what's hanging over the whole thing.
Well, that'll always be the case because LA will always be the Lakers' town, as we all know. But I was excited about the guys I was playing with. I came in with Charles Smith from Pittsburgh, Gary Grant from Michigan, Tom Garrett from Rhode Island, Joe Wolf, North Carolina, Ken Norman, Illinois, Reggie Williams, Georgetown. We had a really young, talented basketball team, and we knew it was going to take some time to grow. And I thought we were growing and we were moving in the right direction. And unfortunately for us, the unique ownership of Donald Sterling,
That's one way to put it.
did not allow us to continue to grow.
What other
and
words
prosper
other than unique, Danny, have you used when discussing and thinking about Dominic?
I mean, how often do you see him when you're a player? Do you see him every day, every week? I mean, because there's got to be so many different stories that you probably can't tell on the air, but some you can't tell.
We didn't see him a lot. We saw him at games, obviously, and he had a penchant for throwing a lot of different types of parties that we had to attend. And so we would go to different parties at his desired location. A lot of times it was at his house in Beverly Hills. But the adjective that I've always used, will be unique, and that's kind of how I like to leave it. He was a character, to say the least. And I look back on those years for me as years of growth, but also years of learning, because you sit back and you take in all this, and the stories that you see and all the stories that you read. I mean, it goes back to my adjective, unique. They're very unique to him and what he brings to the table and what he brought to the table. So
I'm fascinated. Hold on. But what the party thing? Did he just want to show you guys off? What was the reasoning for sort of making young guys show up at a party you had no interest, I'm sure, in being at?
Well, his parties were legendary now. He threw great parties. I'll give that to him. He threw really good parties. He would throw Christmas parties. He would throw annual beach parties or things of that nature where the theme was, all right, everybody's going to wear white or whatever. So his parties were off the chain. They were really, really good. And sometimes probably a little bit too good for a family atmosphere.
Danny Manning, you're in studio with us. So you play for Larry Brown, you win a national title at Kansas, and then you get drafted by the Clippers, as we said. You play for Gene Shue, Don Casey, Mike Schuler, Matt Calvin, Larry Brown again, comes back, Bob Weiss, and Bill Fitch. 7 coaches